Once you have completed the narrative section of the business plan, the financial section is next. Beginning with general assumptions, fill out the necessary information to proceed. You may want to identify whether it is a new entity or an existing entity. This will depend later on the financial section of the business plan. If you are unsure of a specific field within each subheading, simply click the quick tip question mark icon, and you're able to read within a yellow text box a summary of each field. For example, if you go to revenue assumptions and you're completely unsure of what they're asking here, simply click that question mark icon and you're able to read a summary of the specific field. With revenue assumptions, you need a revenue stream to be identified in the financial plan. Well, let's say I don't really have a particular product, but I do have a service. Well, you're able to do so by clicking on Services and Add Revenue Items. From here, you're able to fill out the rest of the fields. If you are unsure of a specific field, again, just click the tooltip, and you're able to read a description of each field that needs to be filled out. Again, for revenue assumptions, we'll look at one that has already been created, just to give you an example. Provide a name as well as the month that is going to occur. And this is actually when you begin selling the actual product. Fill out the rest of the information, and this is what it should look like. Once you've finished with the information provided, click Save. It will appear in this box here. From there, you're able to delete it or edit and go back and change the functions. Return to main view. Moving into the Human Resources section, begin by including all global assumptions, which are the costs associated with each employee besides salary. So for example, if you have payroll taxes that need to be accounted for each person, you count an amount per person per month. Go on, continue to fill out each field. Again, if you have a question about a specific field, simply click the question mark icon and be able to read a summary about this specific field. Once you've completed this step, you may click Next, or even use the tabs at the top to go to the next part of the process of the Human Resources heading. For executive personnel, the job titles are already listed in there for you. All you have to do is put in the name, the specific salary of the job title, and the month in which they are begin being paid. For example, we'll put in John Smith as the CFO with the salary of $65,000 a year. And the month in which he begins to be paid is June 2009. Once you finish this, click Insert to apply. Moving on to Finance and Admin. It's a little bit of a different structure than the Executive tab located here. This, you create the job title yourself. The job titles aren't already there for you. So for example, if I need a senior accountant, I click the job category in which they are. We'll put this as professional. And there's one position being occupied for this with a salary of $45,000 a year. He begins in June of 2009. Click Insert to apply the job, and it automatically goes into the financial section of the business plan, which you'll be able to record later. Now the same goes for sales, production, service, professional, R&D, and marketing. If you choose to review each of the tabs, click the Summary tab located at the top here. Once you're finished, you may view the summary page, which breaks down each department. The chart also displays a forecast that includes the assumptions you added at the beginning of the Human Resources section. For example, you have your department-based salary for years 1 through 5, your other human resource costs, total human resource costs, and the number of employees. So this is a good gauge of how many employees you actually have working with you, according to what you have just filled out.